Sir, good morning, sir. Dr. Albino Kumar, sir. Good morning, sir. Sir, good morning, sir. Can you hear me now?
Ma'am, it's audible. Good morning, madam. It's audible now.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Shall we start, sir?
Sure, ma'am. Inauguration is over.
Yes, sir. We shall start within 5 minutes, sir.
Sure. I'm ready, ma'am. I'm ready.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I'll be.
Okay, sir.
இப்போ வாட்ஸ்அப் பார்க்க முடியுமா? பொன்னிமா எதுவும் மெசேஜ்
Srividya ma'am. Srividya ma'am.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes ma'am, you're audible.
Okay, shall
Shall
we
we
start?
start ma'am? Yes ma'am, yes.
Okay,
We shall
okay.
start now.
A journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single step. A blissful and pleasant good morning to everyone present here. I'm honored to be here and registered my thanks to the management here. We have all gathered here for the 8-day sessions of meticulous sessions of 2-week faculty development program. And today we have an op title which is more practical and need of the hour amidst the pandemic era. Today we have 2 sessions in the morning, and the main title of the first session is Media Technology in Online by Dr. B. Albino Kumar. He's from Manipur. And I would like to invite Ms. Poornima, the convener of this faculty development program and assistant professor, Trinity College for Women, to give a welcome note to everyone.
Good morning, everyone. I feel very happy to welcome you all to this 8th day of All India level faculty development program. I have a very pleasant duty of introducing our chief guest of session 1, Dr. Albino Kumar from the state Manipur. As per Christopher Reeve's words, once you choose hope, anything is possible. It's the best instance for our chief guest. He belongs to Civil Engineering Department. In the field of his academic excellence, he completed his BE Civil Engineering in Madras University, MTech in Environmental Engineering in Aligarh Muslim University, and PhD Environmental Engineering in IIT Guwahati. He started his teaching service as an assistant professor in the year 2010, and later he joined the National Institute of Technology Manipur in Civil Engineering Department in 2014. At present, he is working as an associate professor from 2018 to till date at there. His academic responsibilities are: he is the Dean of Planning and Development from 2020 to till date, and he is a regional coordinator of Manipur State in the scheme of Unna Bharat Abhiyan since 2016. As far as his administrative experience concerned, he is the head of Civil Engineering Department from 2014 to 2018. He was the Dean of Academic and Affairs during April 2019 to April 2021. He was the professor in charge of training and placement from 2018 to 2020. He is the chairman of National Academic Depository, NBA Accreditation, Environmental Management Plan. He was an associate dean in academics from 2014 to 2016, as well as associate dean of students welfare from 2017 to 2018. Moreover, he played a role as an admission in charge from 2014 to 2021, and he was a remarkable coordinator of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan from 2015 to 2018. As well, coordinator of Ek Bharat Sraksha Bharat from 2017 to 2018. He has guided nearly 25 BTech students, 34 MTech students, and guiding 4 PhD research scholars. He has successfully completed 2 research projects. The first project was associated with drinking water, and it was supported by Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. And the other one was related to construction of low-cost water treatment with the funding support of Nectar, Northeast Center for Technology Application and Research, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. In the field of his excellence in publication, he has published 16 international journals, 30 papers and articles in international as well as national conference proceedings, chapters in books also. He has organized several workshops, webinars, and short-term training courses on sustainable village development plan, peer review meeting, etc. His professional activities involved as a chairman, member, as well RCA member of various committees such as NBA, Space Management Committee, Purchase Committee, Public Healthcare System Facilities and Spatio-Temporal Disease, UBA, NADCEL, Learning Resource Committee, and NIRF. In the field of awards and recognitions, the NBA documentation processes by National Institute of Technical Teachers Training and Research, Kolkata. Through my introduction, you all can amaze how great he is. No doubt, he is such an amazing personality we have for our today's first session. Definitely, this session will be an enchanted one to everyone. Thank you, sir, for your valuable presence, and thank you all. Now I hand over the session to the cherished chief guest, sir. Please, sir.
Thank you, madam. Good morning to everyone all. I think the appreciation from madam is quite much longer than what I'm supposed to present. Anyway, it gives me immense pleasure to give the presentation on this media technology
Thank you,
in
sir.
online educations. Yeah. So, in this pandemic time, first of all, but to begin with, what I'd like to say is, since this presentation is all about faculties, it is not about the students. We have to have a lot of competitions from the students. During our, like say 2 3 decades back or school days, it was just like one way learning system from a teacher to the students. Now the students are also getting much advanced, and it is not just beyond the four walls, and they have a lot of accessibilities to the internet, to the technologies. We faculties are supposed to have always a step ahead of the students, even though it is a two-way studies. So definitely in this field, I would like to share my experience and what we faculties should enhance ourselves, should improve ourselves, so that we still remain a teacher to the students, even though despite they have more exposure than us. So today, the proportion of outreach learning is much evident with this multi-dimensional approach for educations. And especially with the age of technology, it is very much mandatory, important for all we faculties to learn how to improve ourselves with the introduction of media technology. And in fact, this COVID pandemic situation, rather, I'll say it is a blessing in disguise for we faculties, because we have been in the chalk and talk system in the whiteboards. Because of this COVID, the online has been done for the last more than 12 to 13 months. So we are compelled to improve the online education system, the online technique system, how to enhance ourselves, which we have never come across in our life during our education system. So with this pandemic situation itself, let's enhance ourselves. Let's grab the opportunity to learn about the technology on how to improve the online learning, especially for the students. Just to make the things interesting, with a brief introduction, it is not that it has just started recently. It has been started since 1950s. The introduction of this technology with the University of Illinois in the USA way back in 1960, and then France, Toronto, and a lot of things. Many people have known these things. But the most important, what I would like to highlight about the history of this media technology is in India itself, in the Indira Gandhi National Open University. It is the largest university in the world with around more than 4 million students enrolled, and most of whom have received education in the online methods. And in this Indira Gandhi National Open University itself, I'm also, like making some notes. I'm also, I mean, collaborating with them, recently writing a textbook on how to enhance the skills of the students. So our government, the policymakers, also have agreed that this online method should be completely effective. Therefore, they are giving the certificates which can be used even for the jobs. That means we have to improve ourselves in the online education system. And just to have a look, I'd just like to share before the presentation, technical things. In the survey, what we have come across, we've seen that the online education is participated by around 52.7%, that is 18 to 22 years old, and 22 to 32, that is around the college students, it is around 38. In majority, I'll say more than 90% is between the ages of 18 and 32, and these are the class 11, 12 students. Rather, I'll say these are the college students, which are teaching by the present faculty in our team right now who are listening to me. So it is of utmost important that this 90% students should get a proper feedback from we faculty side. So keeping this in importance, let me come back to what is a media technology. Number one, the moment we say media technology, we always think of like say simple thing like Facebook, the YouTubes, a lot of other things like NPTEL notes, then MOOCs. We have a lot of things. But if a faculty, it's an individual faculty have to start. We always have the apprehension that from where it has to begin. I don't know how to use YouTube. I don't know how to use Facebook, or I don't know how to communicate to the students through this media. So before coming to the media technology that I'm going to explain it, the first thing we should have in the mind is that forget about the tools. It is a tool, but forget about it. The thing is that the main objective is as simple as that. We should be able to enhance the expression and the communication with the students. So as simple as taking in a class like chalk and talk, how to express ourselves through media and how to communicate. And communication means it is not a one way, rather it is a two ways. So if we have these two things in the mind and use any tools available right now, I'm very sure 60 to 70% of our effort will be completely fruitful. So another thing is when we make the media technology, when you use this device, we have to make in such a way that the content should be created in such a way that it should be able to deliver along with the content, not just the content. It's a rather simple English, but a complex meaning. The thing is that since it's an online media technology, we are using it, the students should grasp the point in such a way that they should be, unable to forget what they're learning in online. When we do in the when we do in the say in the class or the offline mode, sometimes even the interaction is there, maximum possibility of communication is there. But even then, the syllabus that we used to cover in a 1 hour class is very minimal. However, in the online mode, you must be seeing that we used to cover 3, 4 units in a very short period of time because the time consumed to write in the whiteboard, everything is to rub the whiteboard, everything is completely neglected. So the thing is that it should be very short and it should be very focused, it should be very articulate. So that point also have to remember so that the delivery of the content can be reached to the students at that instant of the time. So these 3 points about enhance of the expression, the communication, and the delivery of the content, if these three are achieved with little tools we have, we can reach a new audience of all the students and we can create a whole new forms of expressions. So before coming to the technology, what are the things we should be able to grasp? Let's say we use any of the Google Media technology, the Google Classroom or the Google Meet. Few abstract that I would like to share with my colleagues is that firstly, we should make in such a way that the online presence in the participatory should be well confirmed. Whenever a faculty take the class, the online presence means the students should not be off the system, even though internet is a problem. If that is overcome, the online presence is very important, followed by participatory. Participatory, the reason why I'm saying is when the student is asked a question or discuss the things, they should be able to participate because online class it's quite different from the offline class. So their two-way system of learning should be able to there. And then finally, we will be able to have a student outcome-led design. And during these things, what we should remember is that as a faculty, we should have some knowledge to make the things to the student. Number one, that is, the topic should be quite relevant. When we try to take classes, what happened is we have observed that in my last 2 years experience as a dean academics, I control many of the faculties. Many of the faculties are teaching something that is not even relevant. Since a student is going to listen only for 1 hour or 50 minutes of the class, the topic should be well focused and relevant. In the class itself, sometimes, just to give the examples, we quote a lot of say, Shakespeare's quotes or any, lot of examples, idioms and proverbs. But in online class, it is not that easy So we should be very articulate and it should be relevant to the topic before taking the class. Let's imagine that we are already focused with the online tools. Number two is the consistency. What happened is during the media using online classes, the faculties are not much consistent. Many of them, they take the class whenever they like, whenever they want. That also creates impression to the students that their participatory or online presence becomes diminished day by day. So we as a faculty should be very relevant to the topic, should be consistent with the class, and it should be flexible. Flexible in the sense we have to create a little bit of effort if a student is not able to attend the classes, or somehow they should be flexible, and we should make some videos so that they can attend sometimes due to certain circumstances, and that accessibility should be well planned by the faculties. With all these things we can start a proper class where the students can have learning in two-way system. Now coming to the media, the major elements of media, as already I explained, the objective is well focused or articulate, and then communication with the students and all these things. But now coming to the technology, we should be able to focus with main five things. Since it's not going to be white chalk, it's going to be everything is animated, or everything is going to be uh, in the form of internet or in the form of online classes. The main five ingredients is number one, text. First thing, when the faculty is taking the class, we always write a text onto our PowerPoint, which we share through Google links. A lot of apps are there, which I'll explain it further. So the text, how to make a text, especially many of the English faculties, they just write in paragraph and paragraph, and it should be a presentation. The class notes can be seen in parallels, but 1 hour, it's not about completely teaching. It is about interaction with the students. It's a two-way learning, and in such a way that they can find very difficult to forget the class. So number one, how to prepare the text that I'm coming. Number two is sound system. The sound system, many of the problem in the media technology is sometimes the sound is not very audible. So say for example, these are some of the easy tools available in the websites. We have Power DVD. Power DVD is always available when Microsoft comes. Window Media Player, this Rockshow Creator, Nero. These are the tools. We teachers should learn all these tools. It's not a very big thing, so that we can incorporate the sound quality. Sometimes the faculty's class, due to the sound, it also hampers the quality. So next one is, say, text. I'm going to explain about the William Shakespeare. So many faculties, what they do is that they put up this type of text. This is just like a newspaper, and the faculty just read out the class. Rather, we should not appreciate this type of notes. Rather, it should be in the bullets, in a point system, so that students can grasp. This paragraph about the William Shakespeare, rather, it should be sent as a class note, and then we should put only the bullets, and we should be able to explain it. Fine. Now, some few points remaining are videograph, animations, and graphics. So I'm coming into that. See, another one is, I'm just giving an example. Rather than explaining what are the different source of water, we want to estimate the amount of the water that is coming out of the house. So rather than giving all the explanations, a fourth pictorial presentation. One is in a wash basin, one is from the top of the roof, one is from the kitchen, one is from the canteen. So with this pictorial presentation, a faculty can take the classes, and the class notes, rather, you can share it to the students. So my point is not to exaggerate by putting a lot of text. So these are the skills we should improve it. Another example is, say here, it is said effects of solid waste. Effect of solid waste, this class notes, even though it may not be a common topic to many of the faculties present over here, this topic itself is around 3 pages, more than 1,500 to 2,000 words. A student have to remember. The college students always knows, once you tell a topic, they can write by themselves once they have read it out. It is not that they have to muck it up. The role of the faculty is that this media technology, they should enhance themselves and make a presentation in such a way that all the topics is covered in a single slide with a pictorial presentation. So number one, for example, the effect of solid waste is in environment, to the human, to the land, to the climate effect. So four classifications can be made. So by saying these four different topics, the students will find very difficult to forget it. They will always remember. And in environment again, by making these pictures, the 3 points, one is on the surface water contamination, one is the groundwater underground, one is the top, that is air. So if you put this three-way, this type of presentation, and the human, in the human itself, one is health problem, and one is completely high risk of chemical poisoning. And in climate changes, these pictures of carbon dioxide and methane, if you put, but because the student knows what is carbon dioxide, the student knows what is methane. But if you classify this way, so the skills has to be enhanced by the faculties. Fine. So these are some of the technology tools we are using to make the students quite grasping. Another example is, say, how to decrease or how to manage the solid waste. At the below the picture, it is a lump of solid waste. In the upper part, it has been composted, converted, and then it has been used as a manure. So, and rather than making all the points, if we make with this type of pictures, there's a lot of inbuilt pictures in the PowerPoint also. So least preferred, most preferred, the students gets very easy to grasp the point. So these are a lot of innovative initiatives the faculty have to enhance themselves. See, another point I would like to share is when we make the presentation, I'm going to explain all of you about the water treatment plant, how the water should be treated, how it should be designed. So, say for example, if it's not about the literature, it's very difficult to explain the students because this class itself takes more than 5 hours of classes. But the thing is that since I'm not going to write everything in the whiteboard, I'm going to complete in 45 minutes. And how to focus well so that the students also doesn't forget it. See, number one, rather than showing a lot of rectangular boxes or triangles to show that these are the screens, the flow charts, we just Google it and we put the pictures and we make an animation. This is what in the previous slides I told you about the animations. And this is not a very big animations. This is simple by using the PowerPoint. Okay, so from the source, now the first thing I like to explain is about the water source, say for example. So you can see a star mark blinking over there. So it shows that it is from a Yamuna canal, the water has to be taken up with a capacity of 1.7 MLD. And the blinking signifies that right now I'm speaking about this particular water source. In the next slide, when the blink comes, this means that I'm designing the screens. The design answer screen is given at the below, and I'm explaining about screens with a blink. And how to design everything, I'll also send the class notes and instructions will be there through Google Meet. Okay. The third one is similarly the pre-chlorination tank. You can see you don't have to see the topics, but rather how we animated it and everything is possible. This is just by using the Microsoft PowerPoint tools and nothing else. So these are the way. And one thing is that this type of animation also kills the boredomness and the sleepiness for the students. Okay. So now rather than to use all the what you call PowerPoints, the pointers with this type of blinking, it goes step by step to different units, and it is not that difficult to grasp. See, last is reservoir, and the blinking is there. Next. Now, the main topic is how are we going to make the things innovative so that it can be interesting, it can be effective, and it can be long lasting. How to produce learning which is meaningful and productive to the students, which we are going to cover up around, say, maybe 2 or 3 topics in a single 45 minutes or 50 minutes. So these are the things we should have in the mind as a faculty. The answer lies in the teaching methods, the strategies, and the techniques, and the uses of different teaching learning materials. So teaching methods. What are the different methods? How we are going to teach? So in the major technology, we have YouTubes. You can create the videos by yourself. You can upload it. But the problem is, many faculties have uploaded the YouTube, but we have seen that during the survey, we have seen that it's not that every student follow the YouTube videos. Why? Because the teaching method is not very concrete. Number two, so sorry, number one, you please have a look. See, it is not that we have to create all the class notes. I was just giving a design. Even I was a failure in the earlier stage. Slowly by slowly, I improved myself with the enhance of my knowledge through different professors' interactions. So, say for example, I was designing how to construct a plant. A plant means a water treatment plant. So on the left side, I put all the design units. On the right side, somehow I Google it up. I took a lot of photographs and I compare it. So this makes the students feels that the design, how it is in reality, so they can feel the practical design of the plant. On the left side, again, in the bottom part, it is another small design. On the right side, how the lines are laid during the big layerings. So, and one advantage is this is one-time investment. We just can enhance ourselves, but creation is only one time. And another observation, what we observe is, it is very important that the face of the faculty should be present for the students. Even though here I'm not able to share with all of you, if I share it, many of you are hearing from the mobile, so my face will come again along with the presentation. That's why I'm not showing my online video right now. But in the class itself, with this interaction, it makes a feel that the students are quite observing by the faculties. And the interest of the faculty is very important. So these are the way the teaching method has to be established by the faculties, not just by pasting and copying. Okay. And then, and one is the strategies. Number two is the strategies and the techniques. What are the different strategies and the techniques we should use? Another one is, we know that since centuries, the best way of teaching is chalk and talk. Writing by the chalk and then explaining on the whiteboard, and that is the best way of communication. But since technology has enhanced, we have to take the maximum advantage out of that. So number one, in the strategies and techniques, this photograph is a screenshot of what I've taken a class in the YouTube and I've shared with all my students. So during these things, initially, I got a complaint of not able to hear my voice properly. So you can see earphones on my ear over there. This is earbuds. So with this one, I led the microphone a little bit far, around 5 to 6 feet, because it is not able to capture the whiteboard completely. So when I speak, the microphone is not able to capture it. So I purchased an earbud that comes around 1200 to 1500. Sometimes imagine you can get it as low as 600. Okay. So with this, again, we develop, we purchase a new software that is installed in the mobile, because sometimes the earpods, they are not able to connect well with the Bluetooth. So to make the video captured, we invest a little bit around 700 to 800 rupees software, and simply it is a capturing of the video. And now you can see through this picture, it is completely an online class. It is completely just like the chalk and talk. But the problem is the interaction between the two ways, we are not able to achieve it. since it's a visual lecture itself. So what I do, the strategy is, after this online video, I used to make the videos one day earlier. I make the students sit for 1 hour in the YouTube. I share it, and then we discuss in the Google platform, Google Meet or Zoom. We have WebEx also, a lot of software, but the base, as simple as that, is the Google Meet. And then we discuss step by step what are the doubts they have. And I believe that every faculty should at least try once making the videos. And it is not that easy. Initially, I was having the apprehension whether the student must be explaining or not. And one thing is here, if you forget something, if you are not able to explain something, you simply cannot stop because the video is running continuously. So all the materials should be in your periphery. You should be well prepared. But the thing is, once you give it a try, once lecture is over, then in the second, third lecture and all, it comes automatically as a normal routine. So this technology, what I find, is one of the best technique. Even though we use a lot of animation and all the things, at least once every or twice every week, this type of video uploading I find very efficient. But the problem is, as I told you about the strategy, we should know that this video should be followed by a Google Meet or a discussion, along with some questionnaires to be solved by the students. That's very important. Number two, the teaching method should be in such a way that we have to frame ourselves everything within the 45 or 50 minutes. Because if the video is more than 1 hour, the student, I find that the feedback is they find no interest in listening to the video again and again. So if the video getting more than 50 minutes, I've seen that the number of viewers is very, very less as compared to small videos. So that also we have to remember from a faculty's point of view. So we have to arrange the chapter based, the numericals, the theoreticals, which one you should go for earlier. And this is one of the best technique as I come across. But little bit of investment we have to do, like buying the AirPods and a few software to be installed in your mobile. Okay. Now, a very important part is the media technology. These things we can also have a discussion. So from teacher's point of view, what are the qualities we faculty should possess? What are the qualities or the, like the homework we should be able to do it? One way is that we should be able to have a very strong narration point, very interactive, communicative, adaptability, and the productivity. Narrative. The reason is, when online media technology you are going to use by yourself, we have to speak very articulate. We cannot repeat the words again and again the way we do in the class. So the narration skills should be improved. We know that every teacher is not the best, but the thing is, even though we know all the topics, some of them are not very good teachers, the narration skills has to be improved because it is just one way teaching. So we have to listen and we have to learn even from younger faculties who are very good at, and we have to make a complete 50 to 60 minutes of program with a very strong narration skills and articulate. Fine. Next one from a teacher's point of view is the interactive skills. In the interactive skills, I would like to put my points towards the Google Meet or the Zoom, the platform we are using it, so that the interaction should be there. And here, one advantage is during the class time, sometimes the student asks a doubt. We are not able to clear the doubts because all the answers were not in the table. However, during this interaction itself, since it is an online mode, they're not seeing the face properly. Rather, we are showing the PowerPoint. Any points we missed it, it can let in front of us, and we can easily put all the answers on our table itself. Rather, I'll say very honestly, the embarrassment of the faculty who are not prepared properly can be minimized through these skills. Okay. And the third point is communicating. This is very, very strong point, what I've learned it myself, and also discussion amongst my colleagues when I was a dean. Many faculties, when their communication skills is not very strong, at least in the class, rather they can take a textbook, they can copy it, and they can write it on a whiteboard. Somehow 30, 40 minutes can be killed. Fine. But however, in the online class, the communicative skills, how to bring the students out, how to wake up the students, has to be the main quality of being a teacher. And yes, sometimes a lot of irritation or irritative things will be there, like a student goes out suddenly out of the class, sometimes unwanted noise, unwanted dialogues, sometimes unwanted clip comes in the pictures by mistake, maybe intentionally or unintentionally, sometimes notice students. So rather than to have the anger at the time itself, we cannot control it. The adaptability with the students, how to manage them, that has to be a very strong point. Okay. And lastly, the main point is we should have the skill for the productivity. The productivity is nothing as simple as that. If we have all the skills of the PowerPoints, of the proper use of the media technology, it can be reproduced again and again. It can be explained again and again. It is a just one-time investment from our side. So if all the remaining things has been taken care of, the productivity will be quite high by itself. Now, these are the skills we teachers should have. But very one point, important point, what we have to remember is what is the things that the student wants. Sometimes we think that as a faculty, we are very good in teaching. But in the feedback comes, we observe that. I'm not saying about offline class, especially for the online class. We have taken a lot of feedbacks, how the students wants to improve by themselves and what the students expect out of us. Number one, they want to attend the class along with all its apprehendings. But it is the role of the teacher to make them completely attentive and apprehending. They want to do, say, something like investigating and exploring. Say, for example, since online class is new, they love to explore how the teacher is making this type of presentation skills, how this way of communication skill is there, especially in that part. I'm not telling about the theoretical or your class text notes. They want to check about how this presentation skills is there. And plus, some of the very good students who are always the front benches, they always feels that they should be discussed and they should be debating. So as a faculty, we should give the platform. Even though we have all the five qualities, we should have the platform to discuss and debate. Debating is very important because the moment the faculty gives a feedback about debating to the students, they feel importance and they feel responsibility, they feel the belongingness of the class. This is just to make the things attentive. And last point, as I explained again and again, about articulating and expressing. We should enhance the skill by ourselves. Sometimes it's very funny to tell, but we look into the mirror and we try to take the class before making a videos because it has to be one. And if any mistake is made, it can be like it can be goes for the battle. A lot of plus point minus point is there. So we have to express ourselves very articulately. But once it's done, we don't have to worry much. And a lot of media things what we can use, like as I say, chalk and talk or chalk the talk. It can be done even by taking the videographs, the books and computers. A lot of books are available in the ebooks. A lot of books, maybe in the chapter wise, are there in the NPTEL, especially for the engineers, in the IIT websites. And then we have MOOCs MOOC system. We have a lot of online platforms. And even if you require it, some of the slide projections can be easily downloaded from the websites, the video projections, audio and a video system. Some of the equipments we require for the media technology. So through this, media can help to bridge the gap between the learning needs by the students, and whatever resource the teacher is having. Now, some of the few apps that I have come across, I'm using it. So these things, even many of you can take a screenshot. It is easily available. This Prezi, since it's 1 hour given, I cannot demonstrate all the apps. So this Prezi, number one, it is suitable for all the students for all the ages, including the school kids as well as college faculty and students. It is a digital software for creating interactive presentations. And this Prezi also will help us during the making a presentation by zooming, leaving more effective, more persuasive, and more engaging presentations compared to presentation made with the PowerPoints. Whatever I've solved with you, it was PowerPoint. Even what I'm sharing right now is PowerPoint, but with the Prezi, more engaging presentations will be there as compared to PowerPoint. So I prefer sometimes Prezi. This Haiku deck, it is both for the students as well as the teachers. It is a digital tool you can use easily to make presentations, especially on your mobile. And what I've compared is compared to Android and iOS, especially for the iPad and iPhone, this Haiku deck is very good in making presentation. It's not very easy to make presentation in the mobile itself. We always make in our computer or the laptop or a desktop. And especially for the phones, mobiles, this Haiku deck is very, very useful. Okay, so you can give it a try and you can have a lot of huge database of stock photos, which you can create images based slides. And this Haiku deck also makes it very easy to create presentations on the go, and literally you can carry them in your pocket. And also you can integrate it with the Google Classrooms. I'm very sure many of you faculty also must be using Google Classroom. Directly in the Google Classroom, you can incorporate it through this Haiku deck, and you can make the presentation and you can share it very easily. Number three, the Scratch. I don't know whether I should suggest or not. It is especially for the mid class, like class 5 to class 10, say around say class 8, 8 years or 16 years. And you can have a Scratch, just like the students scratching on the whiteboard. And it is definitely one of the tool for uh, animations, to make games, to make the stories sharing from the students also. It's quite an intricate art. This Scratch is just like a Google Meet. It's for interaction with the students, and especially for the school students, because in the Google Meet we discussed it, but for the schools we have to make them interest with a lot of Scratch and stories, animations. So it is for school students. And next one is this Animator. This Animator, it comes from the word animation itself. And this is one of the best video for engaging mediums of the modern day. And we should definitely incorporate this in our classrooms. This helps us to create animated videos very easily through mobile itself. And also you can create a lot of photo slides and switch various videos together. You can add text, more images to make videos. And this is one of the simplest one to use for animations. This Pixel, it is also for all the ages, but I'll say this is especially for the kids, and so I won't recommend much. And see, out of this, one of the best is this this explain everything in point number 6. This is one of the best. The reason why I say is this can be carried and integrated with some of the schoolwork, your Dropbox, your Google Drive, your OneDrive, your Evernote. Okay. So many of you have the Dropbox Evernote. So this explain everything, this apps. This is very accessible from one media to another media. And I believe that whatever animations, all the things, whatever we discuss in Google, it is also there in explain everything. And I'll suggest that every faculty should have this apps itself. Okay. So this edu creations and then Padlet, Socrates, many things are there. And one advantage of point number 8 is Padlet. What I'll say is this is a digital tool for classrooms. This is a digital pin board that allows the participant and the faculties to point in the image, in the videos at the same place at the same time. So for two-way studies, not a one-way explanation. For the two-way study, this Padlet is a must-have for many, many faculties. Okay, schoolboys, the Schoology, this is a must, not for us, but for the student, teacher, and parents. Especially, we also are all parents, so I'll suggest that if you want to go for the online classes for your kids, this Schoology is also one of the important apps. Okay, so now through this, and we also have to go through many things what the students have learned, what opportunities they have. So digital platform like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, social media, they are using by the students to share the class notes, to share the videos. Say, for example, my YouTube videos, it is shared through the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, not by myself, but rather by the students. We should be very aware of all these things. And some of the students' work that can reach to larger crowds are like Vimeo, Reddit, YouTube's, and plus one media technology, which is very important, but even then I find many of the faculty still not aware, is the LinkedIn, the last one. This LinkedIn, through this, it's not about the online classes itself, because some of the engineering students or some of the graduation students at the end, they have to go for jobs in this pandemic situation, they have to go for the placements. So all the resumes can be highlighted through the LinkedIn, and we as a faculty can also, like recommend them to the LinkedIn. And this LinkedIn is one of the very best tool for students to enhance the career with approval recommendation by their colleagues, by the faculties in a well platform. And this is well received by many companies and many institutes to grab students for a job, or even we faculties, if we want to take research scholars, we rather try to find a student's biodata in the LinkedIn. So this is one of the key tools the faculty should introduce to the students in case if they are not aware much. It is a must-have for their future jobs and prospect. And to connect and communicate, like we have Google Meet, Zoom, the Flipkart, Loom, so Microsoft Teams. These are the tools we can enhance. And for the collaborate and the create, we can use the Google Suite for education, the Canva, the Padlet that I explained to you before already. Fine. And for the practice and assess, this one I recommend that these things, it should not be a rather from the faculty side, but as a faculty we should introduce this to the students to use by themselves, so to enhance the skills regarding the quizzes, the puzzles, and the Google Forms. Okay, this should be learned by the students, but we should introduce this to the students. Now, some of the new online media tools that I would like to share with the faculties, what we should do by ourselves after having all the qualities that I explained before. First thing is, at least we should have wikis, like Wikipedia. So through even if you don't have, you can edit, you can share with the students, because many of the information, this is one of the best tool, especially I'll say not for engineering, for the art students, anything, that is the basic information we can get through this Wikipedia, wikis. So this should be enhanced and shared to our students. Number two is, I have only 10 minutes. Number two is the social networking sites. Number two is, many faculty have the apprehension to share the Facebook with the students and whatever. But what I feel is, as a student, sometimes as a faculty, it is very important for us to react with them, because we also should understand the new generation coming up. So networking to them through social sites, maybe sometimes personal issues, that's different, but especially for the communications and like how to discuss amongst ourselves about a topic through social networking site is also very important. These are the tools a faculty should be very aware of. And another one is blogs. So what happened is, okay, Google is one of the best platform to share our class notes. But this is typical for us to share in a particular classrooms. For Google, we have to have the classroom, we share it. Okay, even then we share everything in our Google data. But what I mean to say is, these blogs, it is very, very important. Even I have my own blogs. It is a very major interactive tools. Through these blogs, you can, there are a lot of websites to create the blogs. Say, for example, like Tripod, TRIPO, the tripods, it's free. You can upload all the class notes. It's as simple as that. You are sharing your complete library or the class notes well, so that student can enter your classrooms, enter your library, whatever the videos you have, everything can be shared through the blogs. So rather than sometimes taking class in the right time, We can have the advantage of asking the students to enter the blocks, and we can sometimes take the class when we are free. This is one of the advantage. And YouTube also, as I explained, we have taken out a lot of videos. We share the videos, and this YouTube links, Google links, can also be put up in our blogs, and we can make a complete library for ourselves open to the window of the students. Okay. Now, just to make the things quite conclusive, we know that it is very easy sitting at home. We can get knowledge through this online compared to traditional that we have to get only in the particular classrooms or the library, and and less expensive in the sense we have to put money only for a few internets. But however, over there, a lot of admissions, many students who are not even my students are joining my online classes. They are sharing my YouTubes. So in other students who may not be my students, for them it's very, very less expensive. They're earning a lot of knowledge which their teachers are not even given. So even we are not the best faculty, we can also ask the students to join other faculties classes like the MOOCs or any online classes. And whatever classes they can miss can again at any time, which is not that in a traditional class. And even sometimes if the strength of the class is not very high, we can have errands amongst ourselves. No timing can be fixed, unlike the timetable in the online class, in the offline classes. Okay. Now, the benefit of this using media technology, why we should do, why I really encourage all my colleagues over here is that this type of online interaction, it really encourages active participation. It is not just attending of the classes. Active participation of the students should be encouraged. We should remember that. Fine. And this way, we engage students in a new way. In a classroom, it's just like face to face. However, here, we engage the students through different chats. So they also feels that they are connecting to the faculties in different modes of communication. Then when openness to the faculty also comes, then this easier plagiarism detection. I'll say from the research point of view, since everything is online communication, directly whatever the students is writing a thesis or a project or a protocol of a work, the plagiarism can be detected very easily over there. Okay, so here a lot of things are there. It's a recorded lecturers, so it's easily again reproducible. It's a self-directed studies. These are the benefits of the media technology. Okay, and we know it is media technology is everywhere since 5 6 decades back, but right now in the last 6 years it has increased by many folds, 7 to 8 times. And by seeing all these symbols like Google app, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitters, we should be able to enhance the skills of the students. We should use the field of education to bring the desirable outcomes as per the changing needs and the demand of society. And yes, it is not that what we learn, we should stick to it. We should also enhance ourselves because day by day new apps is coming. But the thing is, what do we have to teach is already fixed. Only the way of the communication has to be enhanced. So through this media technology, it helps us in reaching the goals of the education in one of the most appropriate and the proper manner. Okay. Now, but it's not that we should be very happy with the media technology. We should be well aware and remember ourselves what are the limitations we have so that we can remember and we can, try to overcome the limitations we have to have the maximum advantage out of this media technology. Some of them is the students doesn't have the internet connectivity. India, the country itself, even we have a lot of online class, more than 80% cannot have the internet connectivity right at a time. So how to overcome this? Since this is one of the key challenges, why not we have the YouTubes, the blogs, the videos, so that they can learn themselves whenever they have the internet connectivity at their proper location and a proper time, as per the convenience. And number two is, one thing is the teacher's training. We've seen that sometimes a very good teacher in the class is not able to deliver a proper class in online because he's not or she's not well equipped with the apps and the technology. So the enhancement of skills, whatever I share with all the apps, learning by ourselves. I give some examples of how to make the PowerPoints. These things should be learned by ourselves. Otherwise, just for the name's sake, if the teacher is taking a class, without any skills for online, then it also hampers. And this is one of the disadvantages of this technology. Okay. It leads to the students going for other unreliable source of learning. This is beyond the faculty's subject or the topics. And yes, it also happens that sometimes I call out the name of the students, because if it's not proper media, then it distracts the students, and then it doesn't give the students completely attentive in the class. And even this media, the best advantage for us is to use the technology, but the maximum disadvantage is the way the students cheat in the exam, because we are not going to see their face. Even the online education is there, so we teachers should know what are the limitations of this media technology. So sometimes what we do is, or what I do is, I ask the questions, prepare the exams in such a way that it is a completely open book system. Because whatever asked through WhatsApp, they can share very easily, and they are going to minimize all the questions at a very short period of time. When we correct the answer script, it's very clear that 90% cheating themselves. It also deprived the topper students. Fine, because the weak students also get high marks, topper also get high marks. So we should make the question paper, or we should, for exam quizzes point of view, in such a way that something that is, they have to think by themselves. So it should be sort of open book system, or maybe 20 marks for the written test, and whatever they have written it, we should make again a viva, so that whether their writing is truly their own logic knowledge or not. So if the student wants, they can cheat at the maximum using this technology. Okay. And I said you can put some students to the disadvantage. Obviously, the toppers, they are completely deprived of the highest marks they should get. Okay. So using technology can cause students to disconnect from the classroom if this type of limitation is not overcome by the faculties. And technology is a resource that not all families can afford. Keeping these limitations in mind, we should try to overcome and reach the objective of the faculties to the students. So last 1 minute is conclusion. The media technology has bombarded the students' fraternity with a wide array of rich content in different websites. So social participation, medium for expression. So we should enhance ourselves as faculty. We should allow the students to construct their own knowledge and enhance the skills through these skills, rather than forcing them, to learn only from our end. This media technology is also interwoven into academics, giving a multidimensional approach to the educational sector and a knowledge of the economy. And also, it is an education is creating a genre of outreach learning and contributing for the future global leaders. So with this point, I'd like to share all my colleagues who are listening over here to enhance the skill by yourself, whatever I'm giving the things, the media tools, plus the abstract things, what we should enhance, and what are the things we should have in the mind for students to overcome all the limitations of the media tools and completely achieve the objectives to make our students the future global leaders. With this note, I'd like to thank the invitees as well as all the listeners over here. And I think I'd like to now come back to my moderator, because my time is over. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your effective, interesting, informative, as well as enlightening lecture, sir. Really, it was a beautiful presentation. We learned a lot, sir. Thank you so much. Now the forum is open to the participants. If you have any queries, you can ask, sir. Dear participants, if any queries, you can ask, sir. I think no queries, sir. Thank you for much. Thank you so much for your valuable presence, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So no queries. I think there is no queries from the aspirant participants.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. Thank you for the most powerful packed presentation, sir. And so far, we haven't heard about Prezi Haiku Deck Scratch, Animato, Pixton, and so on. We were all very well explained, being explained by yourself. Thank you again for that, sir. We are now.
Ma'am, I think Sir has left. I think Sir has left by
Yes.
mistake. Okay, ma'am. We shall move to the next session.
Oh, yes. We are now entering into the second session of this day. We have Dr. L. Joy Prakash Singh from Meghalaya to present for us the most updated topic of discussion and for Google Workplace for Education. I invite Ms. Poornima, Assistant Professor, Trinity College for Women, and the prolific, vibrant convener of this 2-week faculty development program to give an intro to our honorable keynote speaker today.
Ma'am, sorry, ma'am. Bharati will do. Bharati?
Okay.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, Ra. You can.
Okay, ma'am. Welcome each new thought because we never know which thought can work as lighting in our life. It's my immense pleasure and humbleness to introduce our eminent personality, Dr. L. Joy Prakash Singh sir. He is a professor at the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering in Northeastern Hill University, Shillong. He received his certificate course, diploma, and Bachelor of Technology in Electronics Technician, Electronics and Electrical Engineering, and Electronics and Communication from Northeastern Regional Institute of Science and Technology, Arunachal Pradesh in 1995, 1997, and 1999 respectively. He received his MTech from Tezpur University in 2000, and he has awarded his doctorate from Jadavpur University in 2006. With his astounding knowledge, he has joined the Department of Electronics and Communication at Sikkim Manipal Institute of Technology, Sikkim, in August 2006. Then he has promoted to the post of reader in May 2006. He then joined Northeastern Regional Institute of Science and Technology in July 2006 as a reader, and he has promoted as the founder head of the Department of Electronics and Communication. He has served as the head of Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering during March 22, 2010 to March 22, 2013. His specialized areas are basic electronics, electrical network theory, principles of communication system, basic control engineering, microwave engineering, CMOS circuit simulations, digital signal processing, and others. He has handled the classes for undergraduate and postgraduate students. His position has redesignated as a associate professor in July 2009, and later he was promoted the post of professor since July 2012. At present, he is appointed as the Dean of the School of Technology, Northeastern Hill University, Shillong, Meghalaya. He is a deserved man of success, a person of magnanimity. He is such a wonderful personality we have today with us for our FDP. Certainly, this session is resourceful and will be useful to us. Thank you for providing me this golden opportunity. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. And this forum is yours, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Bharati, madam, for a nice introduction. So, can I use the screen sharing option? Yes, I think I can.
Yes, sir. Yes, of course.
Yeah. So if anybody cannot see it, please let me know.
It's visible, sir. No problem.
Okay. Yeah. I think let me make my video off in case if some of the staffs are or the teachers join the meeting from mobile network, so it would be better for them if the data rate is smaller. So today I'll be talking about Google Workspace for Education. And few months back, it was known as, till few months back, it was known as Google Suite, or we normally say in short, Google Suite, G Suite. So here I'll be talking about two things. One is about the uses of Google Workspace for Education, which the Google has renamed from G Suite to Google G Suite to Google Workspace. And we all might have experienced that even for our Gmail, if there is a slow internet, when you try to access Google Gmail, so the front page that's sliding, that some kind of slideshow that first loading, it comes as Workspace. So Google has named everything, all their tools is Workspace now. So the part that I'm going to deal with today is the Google apps or tools which we can use it for education. So here, when I talk about this Google Workspace for Education, so I will be talking here from two points of view. So the first one is the Google Workspace for Education from the administration point of view, and the another one is from the user point of view, and especially for teachers. And I'm told by Madam that Poornima Madam that
Yes,
I
sir.
have to go mainly for I have to give more emphasis on the demonstration part of view, point of view. So what I will do is quickly, I will give an introduction about this and a little bit of this one from the, maybe starting from the very beginning, starting from creation that I will show in demonstration, creation of user accounts, and then how we log into the Google Classroom. That one I will quickly show it here as a teacher in my slides. Then after that I will move on there in the live demonstration there. And anybody, I think by now all teachers, all of you, otherwise some of you might have already started using this Google Classroom, which is one of the F of Google Workspace for Education. Google Workspace for Education, it has got so many tools. So one of the tool is Google Classroom, which we, the teachers, can use it for the benefit of the students, as well as its easy management. And if there is any question, anybody can interrupt me at any time. So this, I think I can skip this, what teachers needs or what a student need. But here, briefly, what I will tell you is, for taking classes, teachers can use mobile phone, a laptop, or a desktop PC. So teachers also can upload their classes or even teach their, do the teaching for their papers or even the presentations through mobile phones quite easily. So here briefly, I will go to the account creation. So here, once your administrator or the institute or the college have created your G Suite account, here it will not be as @gmail.com. Your account @gmail.com will not come. Here domain name would come. Say domain name, say in my case, I'll be showing you later on, I'll be using @nehu.ac.in. So that way, so once you have a domain name, then we will get to know that that is from a particular G Suite Google Workspace for, we can say that accounts belongs to one of the Google Workspace for Education, to one of the institutes. And if we try to use this account, Google Workspace for Education, here if we used normal Gmail account, actually this normal Gmail account is not what we will be seeing in Google Workspace for Education. There is a difference in features with a normal account with a Google Classroom account with the normal Gmail account, and the Google Classroom account with the Google Classroom account with the Workspace for Education. So there is a clear-cut differences there. One is for commercial, one is for the free account which the Google giveaways to every individual. So what teachers would use to access the classroom is, this is the account, we have to use it, classroom.google.com. So I'm just doing very basic things so we can quickly move on to, and many of you might be using it. So I'll just scan through it quickly and we will do the demonstration on the other side. So once you log in, you will see a screen something like this. Then this, and when you log in, actually for the first time, you will see that nothing is there on the page. And here you will see one plus symbol here next to your account, actually the profile icon here. So this plus sign actually is used for two options, this plus sign. So here one is to join the class, usually for the students, and the other one is to create the classes for teachers. Actually here two options will come: join class or create class. So join class can also be like there is a paper like in a college or in institute or in a department, we might have like teacher teaching two teachers or three teachers teaching a single paper. So in that case, what we can do is we can also join as a class, or here join class option, if it is not there, what we can do, because if you use this, a teacher use this to join a class actually, then you would be joining the class as a student. So in that case, what we'll do is there would be, say, one of the teachers might have already created a classroom. So that teacher, what he can do is later on, once he log in, I think I'll skip here. Here at the people, I think I forgot whether I have that slide. I'll move on and I'll come back here quickly later. Okay, not there. So what I was trying to say is here in this people, when the teacher who created this classroom, when he clicks there, actually he will see that there are two options. Actually, one is for the teachers and one is for the students. So he can actually directly add a teacher there. I think instead of going through this slide where we see some little disadvantage, I think as the Poornima madam has already instructed, I think I can straight away go to the demonstration, and there, whatever that I have covered here in the slide, I think I can do it there in the live demonstration. I think it would be quicker and easier. And that would be advantage for the teachers who have used this classroom for teaching purposes. I think let me change my this. Here, what I will do is I'll share my screen. Madam, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay. So what I was saying is these are the classes created by me for my students, and I have also joined some of the classes which is created by some of the teachers. Actually, for this particular class, actually is created by another teacher, and this is, in fact, it is not active at the moment. It was done for the testing purpose and created by some other teacher. So what I was saying is, I'll just show you what I was saying in the slide. If we follow the earlier slide, in case if we want to add a teacher here, say for example, this paper, there are two teachers teaching this paper. And if we want to add the second teacher, then what we will do is we will invite teacher from here. Just click there and invite a teacher, invite second teacher. So now you can invite a teacher by name, or otherwise by email. So this is where we can add other teacher here. So teacher, students, all of you might have seen that these are all segregated. So that was the brief introduction about how do we create a class and how we can add another teacher in the group. So we will come back to this. So before this, as I said earlier, I would like to say a little bit about the administration point of uses of Google Classroom, controlling this group of teachers in Google Workspace for Education from the administrator point of view. So once I finish little bit from the administration point of view, we will come back here. Because some of the teachers, main question here is some of the teachers. Here in my case, I have only 10 students. So there might be classes where you have many number of students in a class. Like for example, here, in my case here I have 66 students, 65 students. So when you have a very large number of students in the class, we might have a problem like adding these individual students one after another in the class, or even the creation of their accounts by the administration would be actually would be a problem. So there, what we can do is we can create students in bulk for a particular batch wise. Even we can create it. So I will be talking about that portion first from the administration point of view. That I will take about 10-15 minutes there, and then we'll come back here in the classroom. So for creating the users in Google Workspace for Education by the administrative office, or maybe a office in the department, or maybe office in the HOD's head of the department's office. If they have to create, then what they have to do is they have to go to admin.google.com. I'm assuming here that a particular institute has a the account of Google Workspace for Education. Especially here in Google Workspace for Education, there are three types, actually, rather I should say. The one is Google Workspace for Education Fundamental. The Google has named it that way. Fundamental is, of course, it's free for all non-profit education in the country or in the world. For the non-profit education, you can have a free account there, and you can maintain your, maintain the database, or you can create a classes for the students. Teachers can create classes for students, and the university or the college or institutes can maintain a database and the marking database. So many things you have there. You can do that. So I'll be talking a little bit about that administration. So for the office staff or for the administrator in the college or in the institute or in the university, if they have to do the administration. So what the administrator or the office staff has to do is they have to log into this admin.google.com site. I think it is visible to everyone. Admin.google.com. So we have to click there. And since I have already signed in with my account, here you will see my account here is jpleiden@nehu.se.in. So this is the account of Google Workspace for Education. So here actually our institute has used for a trial version of the Google Workspace for Education Plus, actually. But our account is for Google Workspace for Education Fundamental. There is one more which the Google named it as Google Workspace for Education Standard, and another one is Google Workspace for Education Plus. Plus has so many features. I will name a little bit there later on. But what we have for our institution is Google Workspace for Education Fundamental. So when we log into the Google Workspace for Fundamental, this is the page that we should see. The administrator, actually, the teacher cannot log in, cannot use this admin.google.com, but this account should be used by the office or the administrator of a college or the institutes or the universities for the management of the students as well as their staffs, including teachers. So here we'll be having domain management we can do, and the billing in case if you are using Google Workspace for Education Plus. Plus is actually it's a paid version. So if you have to use as well as the standard Google Workspace for Education standard, that is also paid version, but the tariff is slightly lesser than I think, depending on the number of users, the Google specify the amount, and Google don't display the actual amount here also. So for the Google Workspace for Education Plus, it's a paid version. So the management of your billing and subscription or the payment things details, you can do it here. But ours, we will not be having anything because our account is a Google Workspace for Fundamental, which is free version for higher education. Google provides it free. So what I was talking about is add and deletion of the users. And when your college or the institute has about, about 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, otherwise 10,000 students, creation of their accounts, for every individual students or the teachers of use number about thousands or hundreds, when you create it one by one, it actually takes long time and it's time consuming and conversion. So what we can do is we can have a slightly simpler method. You can create the students group one at a time, batch wise, otherwise department wise, you can create it all in bulk at one go, or maybe all the students, all of them in one go also you can do. So there is a little bit of data preparation is required that I will let you know after some time. So this is for us. So by default, when we log in and click on the that user location, so this is the page you would see, and these are the list of students at the moment we have in our university. So if you scroll down, you will see it. These are all users and the active users. Students, staffs, everyone would be shown here. Users from all organizational units, it would be shown here. So what we would do is, for the management part, this is for my university, Northeastern Hill University. So here we have a central facility, computer center we have, and the campus development cell we have, the engineering cell. And we also have college development cells, college development council, which takes care of the affiliation matter of the colleges, because my university is an affiliating college. And we also have a central library, DSW, Dean Students Welfare, and we have examination section, we have HRDC, and we have NEHU data voice network we have, and we also have sophisticated analysis instrument facilities. So these are the central facilities. And over and above that, we have 8 schools. These are the schools. We have 8 schools. So I put it all shortcut just for easy management. So I'll be showing you for my School of Technology, SOT, School of Technology. Here we have 8 departments: architecture, we have biomedical engineering, we have basic sciences and social sciences, computer application, ECE, energy engineering, IT, and IT we have. And here nanotechnology has not been created. So I am from this department. So here what we do is, under this Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, we have here, these are the list of teachers in the department. So under this, we also have a group of students, BTech, MTech, and PhD. So PhD, all the PhD students can be put in one place. Some departments, they would like to have year-wise, that also they have, just like that we do in the case of BTech. BTech, we have year-wise, 2016 beds, 17 beds, and 18 beds, and 20 beds, and then we also have 20 lateral entry beds group. So that way we can organize a group of students. So how do we keep all the students in a particular department in case office or the college administration has to put all of them in one go? So creation of their account in one go is actually, this is the option we have to do, but individual one after another, if office or administrator has to enter or create an account, then we have to use this option. When you click it, you have to define all this text box, all this information you have to provide. Now here for bulk Azure is what I would suggest everyone to use, because it is easy to handle and you can create all accounts in bulk in one go. In 1 or 2 seconds, you can create an account of 5,000, 10,000, no problem, quickly. That's what we should do, and it's a kind of automation, but you need a little bit of data preparation. So in data preparation, we have to create a data comma separated value template we have to create. And comma separated value template creation is quite simple. So I'll tell you that how do we do quickly. So, but in that template, what we will be having is, especially we will be having 5 columns. The first column is for the first name, then we have last name, then we have email address, which we are going to give. Here you see it, aceme.com. Here it's a domain name that I was talking about earlier. So, but in our case, in my case, it is @nehu.ac.in. That's our domain name of the university. And then we can have a password. We can create a password here like this. And then in the last column, in the 5th column, we have to provide the organizational unit part. Actually, organizational unit part, let me tell you, is what it is. Here, the first one is here. We have at the root, we have, in the part root, we have Nehu. Under this Nehu, in case if I have to talk about my department, we have SOT. So what we'll do is we will start from SOT. Under this root, this is the part we have SOT. Under School of Technology, we have my department. So what we will be doing here in this part is slash. It should start with this backslash, forward slash. Forward slash, we will write SOT in my case, SOT, then forward slash again. Then we have to write this ECE, my department name. And if we want to create the students in a BTech group, then after ECE, we'll put another forward slash and we will write BT. Then write this batch wise that we have. You can create a batch wise, like we create this BTech 2016. That way here we will write slash SOT slash ECE slash BT, then slash we will put this group, this folder name, BTech 2016, in case if we are creating a user for BTech 2016 batch. So we will do it that way. So organizational unit part is this part actually. We just have to get. So all of them have to be created in CSB template. All of them, all the users in this group have to be created like that. Now, for the BTech, for another batch, if you want to put in the same file, then you have to put that in the last part, because the BTech EC students, I want to create one few students from here and another few students from here. So in the template itself, here in this template itself, what we'll do is in the last organization part, in the last part, here only difference is only in the last part, because the starting root from SOT, EC, BTech, they are same. So under BTech, bases are different. So those base difference in the last unit, we have to specify. So that way, all of them can be created. All the students from different bases can be created. So that is one example I give you. In case if you want to create a mixed students from a different department, so you have to just provide the organizational unit correctly here. So okay, I think I will show you one here. How do we create? I think I had downloaded the CSP. Instead of CSP, I think I can download. Yeah, no problem. Let it download. So it has been downloaded. Yeah, file is ready for download. So I am downloading it. Okay, now it has been created like that. It has been downloaded, user.csv. So we'll open this user.csv. So in my case, actually, I'm using Apple laptop. So you will see that it has been opened with this number. But most of us, most of the teachers, actually, we use it in this one, Microsoft Excel. So what I will do is, instead of opening here, so I'll just close this and I'll open that file from MS Excel. We can open any CSV file with Excel, MS Excel. So I'll just go here, download, and this is the file. So what I'll do is I'll right click and I'll open with MS Excel, Microsoft Excel. Okay, here actually I think I have downloaded the existing one, existing list of students in the school. I think let me download the template. Let's use the template. Bulk user, download template. I think I have downloaded the file. So file would give us the details of all the users. Yeah, here it is. So I have downloaded the template. So let's talk in template. I'll open the template with Microsoft Excel, CSV file template. Yeah, some comments would be there. So let this be. Okay, CSV file, it is telling us to save as Excel sheet, no problem. So save as Excel sheet. Then here you will see that we have lots of information. Required, password is upload only, and the rest of the things we can delete. These are delete or let it be. All the other things, primary, recovery, all these options are giving. So those are not required. Even we don't require this password hash function. Upload only, it says. This actually earlier, these options were not there a few months back. Google actually, they keep changing their terms and conditions, so many things are coming up. Normally what I used to see earlier is whenever I download a template, only these 5 things used to come. So today we see quite a lot of things. So Google keeps changing their templates and their things without, without providing any information to the users. Though it was mentioned in the terms and conditions, no problem. So since only the required column we can fill, the rest of the things we can leave it blank. So for example, I'll just show one example here in case if I have to create an account for LJ Singh, say my name, let's say LJ, and we will write here Singh. An email address we have to give, we have to create an email address for the user. So you can create an email address. If you are creating email address for teachers, you can write LJ Singh, but this account is already there. So I will write something LJoy. I'll just write, yeah, otherwise I'll write Joy. And at the rate, our domain name for the institute domain name at Google Workspace for Education Fundamental is at the rate nehu.ac. So I have to give this this address. And before this at the rate is, I think if you cannot see it, let me increase the size. Yeah, I hope now you can see it. And the password, by default password for the users, when you create for the first time, you can give this password same for everyone. Then organizational unit, if you remember, my department was under SOT, that unit. Then another subunit, ECE, was there. And if we have to create a student for BTech, then we have to write BTech here. BTech here. That's the part. And after that, we should not put slash. The last part, we should not put slash. But starting, we have to put backslash here. So that is for one student. So let's say I'm a student from the BTech 2016 batch. Then I will write like this. So I will be put under this BTech 2016 batch group. Now there is another students which I was talking about just a while ago. Another student from 2017 batch. Then you have to change only the last part. And these students say, let's say this is NJ. So here say here, let's say this is another user like this, and the password can be same. And here organizational unit, since this belongs to this NJ belongs to this 2017 batch, so it will be put under, when we create the actually the username, it will go to 2017 batch. This LJ will go to 2016 batch. So this, since we save in Excel sheet, so what we will do is this way we can create a bulk users here. Students of any batch, students of any department, if you have to create another, if the office has to create the students or the teachers from other department, you have to put their organizational unit part accordingly. Then after creation of this file in this format, what we'll do is we will now save this file as a .csv format, because the Google Classroom, recognize only the comma separated value file. So for comma separated value file, what we will do is we'll use this option, comma separated value option. So in your on your Microsoft Excel, when you try to save the file in comma separated values, there would be many more formats like Macintosh format, MS-DOS format, this way. But you just choose this simple basic standard format, comma separated value .csv format, this option. Choose only this option. Then you save the file. So just to identify our thing, so I'll just write all in capital and user 2021. I'll just write like this. So this warning will come because we are opening this CSV file in MS Excel. So this warning will come, no problem. You can discard that. So once you close this, once you close this file, then what you can do is you can do bulk upload here. Let's do bulk upload of that file. So here for uploading the user file, CSV file, the file which we have just now created, we can attach it here. So what we will do here is download. And this is what we have just now created, right? User 2021. Click here and upload. And upload. Log file, there might be some error. Google might have seen. So this log file, we can go to log file and see it. These things would happen many a times. So if it happens, you can see it. Here it says that action failed. OU invalid. OU invalid. So here this is invalid. At the red this nehu.ac.in. This is invalid. That is what it says. Then we will go to the file again. Here it says this ID is invalid. So maybe the letter is little bit. So what I will do is I will write L Joycing. I'll write, let's see, Joycing. And this maybe because I'm just worried because it says that maybe this ID is short, could be nehu.ac.in. This should be correct. Let's try with this. I'm just worried that the number of characters that we use it for the username, it is short because nothing is mentioned in the log file. So I'm just worried that way. Oh, okay, we will save this file as user. We will replace the earlier one. So we save this file. Let's see again. Yeah, here it is. So let us upload again and see. Bulk upload. What happened? Two errors could not be processed. There was no problem. I don't know whether Google had changed something because they were putting lots of information there. Action invalid. Joycing, this is invalid. This should not be there should not be a mistake. It was working earlier. Okay, then I must be having some other CSV file. Let me see how I did earlier. This report print. Yeah, I did some. Let me open it. All this. Okay, maybe I'll use this format. Last name, username, edit. I'll copy this and put it there. Maybe earlier formats were quite simpler. Let me delete this row. I'll insert a row here and I'll put only this much. Yes, so I'll save this file. So we made it simple: first name, last name, email address, password, organization path. So we'll save again. This is the format what was shown there. But when we downloaded, it was having lot many columns with the required column and non-required column that way. So let's see it with a simpler one. Let's upload again. The comma separated value file. Completed. Still 2 rows. Maybe then we need some study. Google might have changed the terms and conditions. That is what they normally do. @nehu.ac.in. There is no problem. But it says action failed for you organizational unit invalid. Okay, let's reset it again. BTech 17 here. Oh, okay, here, yeah, I got it. Here it is C only. I think I put a CH there. Yeah, sorry. Okay. BTech CH wasn't there. Here, if you see it. Here it is BTech. CH wasn't there. Okay. So we'll save this now. Yeah, it is already in CSV format, I think. Yes, already in CSV format, 2001. Replace again. Close this. Bulk upload. I think I'm running out of time. Yeah. So it should be success and we should see it. Okay, it's now processing. Yes, it is success now. So here, if we go to 2017 batch, we have created NJ. So we can browse the students now here, NJ. Okay, I think I need to refresh the base unit. BTech now here 16. So we have created here for 16 LJs, right? can go to L, yeah, here. This is what we have created to the L Joycing here. And there is one more from another organizational path. We had created NJ, started with N, yeah, here. So these two are created. So this way we can create in bulk. So that is then we can also see here when the last students have accessed this Google Classroom and whether their accounts are active or not. And in case if we have to set their password, if someone had forgotten their password, you can just click here and reset the password. We can also change the username, and we can do many things here. We can even suspend the user account in case if somebody left your institute, then we can even change the, suspend the user here. So this way, these are the options that we can do here. So we'll go back to the classroom again for the teachers. So this is where we add students, and this is where we add teachers that I was talking about earlier at the beginning. So here is a classroom. So I'll just briefly, at the beginning, because in my account, I have already have lots of classes here already. So here that plus sign will no longer be there. Once you create one class, then that plus sign which we show on my slide, in the first slide, that will not be there. So what we will do is, then what we'll do is we will keep on creating classes from here. So you will see here, 3 main menu here. On this main menu, 3 horizontal bar. You will see that we can do quite a lot of things here. We can see the list of classes here. And list of classes that we teach, and list of classes that we can create, and we can also see a to-do thing, and then the classes where I am enrolled, and we can also see the all classes which we can archive any of the classes that we created, and that can be seen under this archive class. So this horizontal bar is actually a main menu. That horizontal bar that we see, this is a main menu. If you click there, you will see the classes that we created, we are teaching, and we are joining the others classes. The classes that we enroll, all those can be seen. And then in case if you have any to-do list for our classes, that you can click here. And even for the calendar of the classes, anything if you have with the Google Calendar, you can click here and see it. Like this, Google Calendar, you can plan your classes, quiz assignment, all those. So at the moment, we will concentrate on the classes. So what I have created, I'll just tell you here briefly. So we'll go here in this class. So recently, for the creation of class, we have now here in this main menu, we have 4 pages. First page is a stream page. Here in this stream page, we can do the announcement here, and whatever the teacher do it, date wise, time wise, all of them would be put here. You can see it here, quiz that I have taken here, and all the thing. It's just like a notice board of a teacher here, which we hang outside the chamber of a teacher. So just like that. And you can also make some announcement here. So this announcement, again, all these updates here, it comes date wise. Actually, if you keep updating or assigning quizzes, all these will come like this. So here what we can do is, if you have some announcement, like in my case, this is just an announcement, a notice board kind of thing, which I have put up. You can always move down, delete, edit, you can change it, and copy link and share in WhatsApp or email also. So I can move this up here. So you can see like this here. So it comes at the up. So this is a kind of notice board or the announcement page. Then the next page is classwork page. Here we can do a lot of things. We can create assignment, we can create quiz assignment, we can create question, we can put material, we can reuse a post, we can even create a topic here. So here topic, what we see here is topic. If you create a topic here, this last option, let me tell you what topic is. Actually here, like here. This, I have one quiz here, I have handout, and under handout, I have lots of materials uploaded here. So this handout is what we call as topic, and all the topics, these major topics with the bold page, with the bigger font size, all of them would be listed here, all topics here like this. Here handouts I have, if you click here, then if you click here at the midterm, this is for the exams that I have created, midterm examination which I created for my students. You can see it. Then for the introductory class, you can see it. So this is how we see. So if you scroll down, all of them would be there in group wise, introductory class, midterm, that way. Now about the quiz. Okay, here let me tell you the difference between the assignment and the quiz assignment. Here assignment, if you click in the assignment, you actually you will not have a Google page, a kind of thing. Google form will not be associated with the assignment option here. Say here, if you use quiz assignment, you will have a Google form created for you, and this can be used to create a multiple choice type question, true or false, or the multiple choice, true or false, or checkbox, multiple choice with the checkbox type, and with a drop down menu you can create. Under drop down menu you can have yes or no option, and then you can have a in the quiz question answer, you can have a paragraph type, you can have a short answer type, and all these are possible under this Google form, which is associated with the quiz assignment. But if you use assignment is only with a kind of the students can give a reply only with a kind of uploading a file or uploading a video, YouTube video which the student has created, or provide a link of a page where student has done their assignments, or students can put their assignments from their Google Drive. So these are the possible things that we have under this assignment option. So that's the difference between assignment and the quiz assignment. Now what is common in both assignment and quiz assignment is a teacher can put an assignment or quiz assignment to a group of students, or to a selective students. Teacher can issue assignment or quiz assignment, or even for the questions that we can create there. So to put to give or to issue an assignment to all the students in the class, then you have to select this all class, this option. You just click there, all the students in the class would be selected. In case if you want to give this assignment to a particular students, then you just uncheck this box first, all would be deselected. Then after that you can choose that student, particular students, or the particular group of students where you want to send this assignment. So that way you click that, then after that click somewhere there. Then what you can do is you can change this mark from 10, 100, or whatever that points that we would like to give. Point, actually the word point, the Google has used it. I think it's from the US point of view, but for us we normally like instead of point we say marks also, or some colleges might have used as points, so no problem. So that means marks as well, marks, and which is actually the similar to the points. They write point, but it is similar to the marks. Now you can also provide this assignment due date. Actually, due date, you can click here. So today it is there. So you can create. You cannot create an assignment which is due today on the same day itself. You can create a assignment or the quiz assignment or a question which can be a due date from tomorrow onwards. So tomorrow you can click here, and if you have a due timing, you can also mention the timing here. You can modify and put the timing there. So here it is tomorrow at by on or before before 12, a student has to submit this assignment. And then you can create a topic, which I was talking about. So if there is no topic, you can put no topic there, and it would be just hanging there. Will not your assignment will not go to any of the topics. But if you say that this is your first assignment, you can create here like assignment like this. Assignment, a topic here you can create, and other plagiarism option you can put it, and you cannot you may not put it also. But this plagiarism checking would be done only on the material that you have uploaded here. So better we not check here because our assignment is going to be a new one, so we're not going to put it here. So once this is done, then you have to put an assignment title. So you can write here assignment 1, and then you can put an instruction here, and then you can upload the assignment question here. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, assignment question here. Yeah, otherwise you can type a question here. But this actually, this portion is meant for only for the instruction. So since I don't have any link, so I can put something from my Google link as an assignment, just to show you a demo from my drive. Maybe, yeah, let's say this is an assignment, so we can insert it here. So this presentation actually, let us assume that this is an assignment. So here, when you put this, there are options the students can do. You can make students edit the file. Yeah, otherwise you can allow students only to view your assignment questions, or students can make a copy of their own. By default, it is a view option. Once this settings has been done, then you can assign it. Remember, here we put this assignment only to a group of students here. Three students here we assign. And another option that we have here, when we put an assignment, we can also schedule an assignment. You can you can announce your assignment at the moment by clicking here, right? The moment you click here, your assignment will go immediately to all 3 students that we have selected here. But you can also schedule an assignment. Let's say you want to schedule an assignment tomorrow on the letter day, right? Schedule, say tomorrow, or you want to announce this, you can prepare your assignment or your questions beforehand, and then you can schedule it. And it would be, say you want this assignment to go to students on 10th, right? On 10th. Okay, and here there is a warning, must be due date, because we have put a due date tomorrow. So due date should be put on later on, in case if we want to schedule it for Saturday. So if we want to schedule this for Saturday, then this due date should change. So we should put this due date, say, let's say due date is 12, let's say 12 July before 12 p.m. here. Say if we put noon, say by 12 noon, then we should write AM here. And then here we can schedule this on 10. You want to announce this on 10, on 10th of July, and at 10:30 we can do the scheduling like this. All right. Then you can click here and schedule it. So you can now go to the class log. You will see here it says schedule for 10 July, 10:30 a.m. This is our assignment, which will go to the 3 students, as we have announced there, and it is scheduled for 10 July. So at 10 July at 10:30, this assignment will go to those 3 students which we had assigned. So this way we can schedule an assignment, or you can even edit this assignment also. So if we want to edit this assignment, you have to click on the assignment here, and then there is 3 vertical dot here. You click there and edit. You can edit this assignment. You can do the change. You can change it. You can send it to, instead of 3, you want to send, you change your mind and want to send to everyone. You can select that, and then you want to, instead of announcing this for schedule for this, you want to announce it now. That is also possible. Oh, no, at 10:30 it is already gone. That wouldn't work. But on the letter there, you can schedule it. Yeah, but today on the same day, I don't think it works or not. So we can try 10 p.m. Will it work? Yeah, it works. So it is scheduled for 2 p.m. today. So we can change the timing. We can edit it this way. So scheduled for today at 2 p.m. We can do that. So this way we can edit it. And now this assignment, if you want to archive or you want to delete, you can delete it here. So this way, delete the assignment. You change your mind, you can do that. Now here, I would like to show you some other features. like grading here. The third page is for teachers and students, and on the last page you will see the grading. Quiz, this assignment, actually this checking I have not yet done. So this checking, once we do the checking, and who has done lead and then who has missed, you will see it here. So there was one midterm cancel one, so everyone has missed because it was a cancel one. There was one more which everyone has participated and who has submitted late their quiz as well as midterm. You can see it here. And you can also see in details here, like view submission. You can view the submission here. The student's assignment or the quiz, and how many times student has submitted, you can see it. Turn in plate and assignment. In case if student has submitted multiple copies, all of them would be shown here. If you click here, history, and then all the submission would be shown here with date and time. So this is one option a teacher can look into. This is about the assignment, and this is ungraded. In case if we want to see the grading one, how the grading looks like, I'll show you one more which I did it last semester. So grade, you can see their automatic grading is done. Instead of manual grading, automatic grading was done. Oh, this is also manual. I think there is one more which I did with automatic grading. Yeah, 2019 batch. Two teachers, all the grades. I think all the grades have one. Oh, this is for the thing. I think theory. Yeah, here. So it's already 12. Yeah, here you will see that marking has been done. So this way, automatic marking is possible, and for this assignment, I think it's a manual marking. So the manual marking, who has missed, who has turned in, I mean number of students who had turned in, who had submitted their assignment, and number of students who had missed, you will see it from here. So for the miss, you can click there and see it, who has missed it, who had turned it, you can see it there. And you want to check it, you just click on the assignment and you can see the assignment as I think we had done earlier. And once checking is done, once checking is done by viewing here, then you can put the marks here like this. And then you can return to students. I have not yet returned. I have not sent it to the students. You can also click here to return it. I can just click here and drop it. So that would be saved as drop. And a teacher can use it for submission to the department. Assignment instructions, you can see it. So that is all about the assignment and its submission. I would like to show you something about the quiz. I think my time is up. Madam, can I take for a few minutes more? I would like to show one more feature here. So it's about the quiz. I think I will use the old quiz so that it won't disturb anyone else. Okay, I'll go to the class. You click there and go to the class one. Quiz 1 and quiz 2. Here, I'll show some features here while creating a quiz. So for creating a quiz, I had shown you there, when we click for the quiz assignment, you will see a Google form. On this Google form is the quiz questions where this is the quiz question. This is the Google form where we put all the quiz questions. So when you click for the second time, it would come like this, like as if you are giving a quiz, even for the teachers or that teachers who has created this quiz for him or for time. But in the first time, you would have all the options to create the quiz, to put the questions, to put the answers. All those options would be there. But in the next time, when you close and open up again, you would be shown like this. So to change these quiz questions, what you have to do is here on the bottom right corner, you will see this option, this icon. You click there to edit this Google form, because this form belongs to this account. So you can do the editing. So this is the quiz question. You will see it here. You can change the setting here. You can change the setting from here, yeah, otherwise from here. So quiz question, when you create so many number of quizzes, what we can do is we can also shuffle these questions. This question 1, 2, 3, it goes like this. Question 1, question 2, it goes like this. So all these questions, we can also shuffle the questions like this. You can shuffle the question. So each student or every user, whenever you open this quiz page, quiz Google form, your questions would be shuffled. Instead of coming question 1 at the first, question 2, question 3 can come. So you have to choose this option to shuffle your question order. Now again here I have this is a multiple choice question. If I want to shuffle this answer options, that is also possible. So for that, what we have to do is here you will see that 3 vertical dot column there at the end of this question. So here, while typing the questions, what you have to do is here, this 3 vertical dot, you have to click here and you can choose this option. You can see again here, so this has been ticked. Shuffle the option order. This option also can be shuffled. Every time, any students, whenever they see this, or student to student, this order would be randomly shuffled. Now we can also provide this answer option here. If you want to do this automatic grading. I think in my quiz, I have shown you 2-3 quiz samples there, which I had taken earlier for my students. Some quiz question, it was marked automatically. Some questions, it was not marked automatically. So if you want to mark it automatically or, your grading, then what you have to do is you have to choose this option, click there, and then you have to choose which one is the correct answer. Here you can provide a feedback to the students also, correct answer, and then the options for the incorrect answers. These options should be there, you can provide. You can provide explanation also. You can allow students to click here. If you put explanation here, you can do that, and then you can upload that, and then you can provide the explanation here this way. A clue to your answer, why it is correct. Even for the wrong answer, even for the correct answers, you can do that. So these are the options that we have under this quiz. Now, one more thing, in some quiz, here it is, this ASCII character, we only have to put ASCII character here. But the problem here is we cannot write mathematical equation here. So here, these questions I am writing using all the options that is available on the keyboard as key characters. In case if you actually have to write a question paper, there is one more option that I do. You type equations there in MS Word, yeah, otherwise using LaTeX, you type, or any other equation editor, you use it, type it, take screenshot and save as an image, and you can upload your option mathematical expression as an option, but in the form of image here this way. So that option is also there in case if you want to write mathematical equation as an option. So you can provide like option 1, option 2, option 3, and the mathematical equation as an image you can upload. But for the question, image comes this way. And for text, no problem. True and false. There in the question, we have lots of options here. Drop down, true and false, and then multiple choice checkbox. So here I have used drop down option. Here I have given one statement here, and then true or false option I have given here. So this way. So these are the features that we can use it while setting quiz questions. And you can see the response and their insights, answers, and then you can download the answers to them, whether it is automatic grading. Here it is automatic grading, whether it is automatic grading or non-automatic grading. All the answers of the students you can download in Excel format. You just click there, and download the Excel from it, create Excel sheet. So when you do that, you will see one, Google would create an Excel sheet for all the questions here, and option one, which student has selected which option, you will see it here. So this way you and the score would be there. This score Google would automatically assign, whether it is automatic grading or non-automatic grading. It would be assigned like this. Google would assign like this, depending on the choice student has chosen. Depending on the choice student has made. So that way. So this way you can see. I think I have taken 11 minutes extra here. I think that's all from my side. If there is any other question from any faculties present here, please let me know. Over to you, madam. Bharti madam.
Sir.
Yes, that's all from my side. If there is any other question
Okay,
from
yes,
any other
sir.
faculty
Yes.
present here, please let me know.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your lively session. Really, it's very useful, sir. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're
Now the
welcome.
session is open to participants. If any queries, you can ask. Dear participants, if any queries, you can ask, sir. I think no queries, sir, because it's a beautiful presentation. Really, it's a clear-cut one. No problem. Thank you so much for your valuable presence, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
madam.
ma'am, and thank you, sir. It was a very brief and very self-explained session. I think sir has explained Google Classroom, each and everything very well in it. So I think we don't have much questions in it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Archana madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your minute and vivid presentation. And it was supported by more practical demonstrations. Technically speaking, quizzes and assignments and all these most updated versions, they would certainly enhance the teaching learning process. I now take this opportunity to thanksgiving. I just thank the management of Trinity College for Women, Honorable Founder P.K. Sengodan, Honorable Secretary K. Nallusamy, Honorable Principal Dr. M.R. Lakshmi Narayanan, Honorable Academic Director Dr. Arasu Parameshwaran, Honorable Administrative Officer N.S. Sendil Kumar, Miss Poornima, Assistant Professor of Trinity College of Arts and Science, and convener of this tremendous event, and Dr. Sanjayan Sir, Edugroom India Foundation, Kochi, Kerala, and Dr. P. Albino Kumar. He's from Meghalaya in the first session, and his topic was media teaching in online. And Dr. L. Joy Prakash Singh in the second session, and his topic was Google Workspace for Education. And Mrs. Bharati, Assistant Professor, Trinity College for Women, who introduced the chief guest in the second session. And I thank all my colleagues and aspirant participants of Trinity College for Women and the rest of the participants and Brightbird. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining. And the third session today by Dr. Vijay Devidas Magdar on e-content development and online teaching. He's from Maharashtra. And this topic has been scheduled to 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. today. And I hope the aspirant participants would not miss it. Thank you all once again for joining.
Thank you, ma'am. One small correction. The session 3 will be engaged by Dr. Anjali, ma'am. She is a
Okay,
principal.
Okay.
I don't know that college. I forgot that college name. She is a principal. She is from Maharashtra. She will engage the session on e-content development by 3 o'clock. Sorry, 4 o'clock. Kindly join by 3:50. Thank you. Thank you, Onandal. We shall wind up now.
So we can leave, madam. Thank you.